Welcome to the Breakout EDU game overview for the game As Smart as a Slug. This is a game that is designed for upper elementary or middle school students, but it could be adjusted to work with different age levels as well. It can be used as part of your science curriculum or as a general team building game. At the beginning of the game, the students receive this letter from Sammy the Slug. Sammy is upset because slugs have been given a bad reputation and he wants to change this. So he set out a series of clues for the students and given them 45 minutes to solve the clues, open the locks, and prove that they are as smart as a slug. Here are the locks that you will need for the game and the combinations to set each lock to. Here are the resources to print for this game. Most resources can be printed in black and white, but please print the slug pictures that go with the Ode to Slugs poem in color. Here are the additional resources that you will need. There are a couple UV items that you can use with this game. The first one goes along with the slug in a well math problem. On the bottom of this sheet, you can take your UV pen and draw 3 lines and write the number of days afterwards. Or if you're working with younger students, you might put a 0 on that first line so that they know they're really only looking for 2 digits for the answer. Another optional UV item, again if you're working with younger students, is you can circle the word radula on the slugs by numbers sheet. This will help them later on as they're working with the 4-digit lock. Take your slug pictures and hang them around the classroom. The order doesn't matter. In fact, they should be kind of mixed up in a different order, but it is important to make sure the slugs are facing the directions pictured here. In the large lock box, place your We Broke Out signs and your reflection cards. Put the hasp on and put on the locks pictured here. In the small lockbox, put your slug poem and your UV flashlight. And then on that box, you will put your ABC multi-lock. There are 3 different envelope items that you can hide around the room. They're pictured here. Put each one in a separate envelope and hide it for your students. If you have multiple groups working, you will want to color code your envelopes and give each group a different color envelope to look for. Here are the items that each group will start the game with. They'll get their opening letter, their slugs by the numbers, the matter and code, and 2 hint cards. In the opening letter, the students will see that there are 4 letters underlined, S-L-U-G, spelling the word slug. When they determine this, that will help them open the ABC multi-lock on the small lockbox. It should be a pretty easy gimme for the beginning of the game. The slug in a well math problem states that a slug is at the bottom of a 30-foot deep well. It crawls up 3 feet each day, but at night it slips down 2 feet. How many days does it take the slug to crawl out of the well? The students might initially think it would be 30 days, but they will determine that it is 28 days because on the last day it won't slide down 2 feet. And this will open the 3-digit lock. Matter and code and the fun facts. When those are put together, the matter and code, when solved, will read, did you know that a slug has a special organ called a radula that has blanks of tiny protrusions that help them grind up their food? When the students put this together with the slugs by the numbers sheet, they will see that that sheet says they have thousands of tiny protrusions. So 1,000 is the solution for the 4-digit lock. The Ode to Slugs poem and the pictures go together because in the poem there are different colors listed in order. First yellow, red, brown, orange, then black. When the students look at these slug pictures in order and look at the direction the slugs are traveling in the picture, it will help them solve the directional lock. The house maze riddle. When students find the correct path through the maze, it will read, what is a slug, a snail without a blank? And there will be an H at the beginning of that last word. When they solve that, they will realize it's the word house. They bring that answer to you as the teacher, and then you can give them the key lock. If you happen to have an extra ABC multi-lock, you also could use that in the place of a key lock. And with that, the students will hopefully have successfully broken out and prove that they are as smart as a slug.